This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
There we go. Pac-Man. Ready? Sweet up.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Jeffrey's got it. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Here
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it. Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And 7.
Mike Lennon, win 18.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
26. Smooth.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike, flip it down.
Now it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Going left side here, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
26.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Graham's got it, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Get off the field. Hey, 88.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well.
A gain of 17 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go. We got right coming. Bill, watch out. Get 300. Get off the field.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. The 40, the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 76 yards, and the Eagles have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective.
All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a first down carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Josh Jones in on the stop.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Throwing on second down, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On first down, Rodgers. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Rodgers again now. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here's Wentz to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles have retaken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
That's good for a Packers. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
And again, it's Rodgers. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Charlie.
Rodgers now operating from the gun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Brandon Graham able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, alert 3.
Now wins. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Eagles.
On first down, Howard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They run with Howard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running with Howard. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
26. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 16 yards, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Rodgers. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
50. Hey, you block over here. 20, Mike 20. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. We didn't get done.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdes-Scantling. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route. Clock
running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. The connection made, it's Graham. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Complete to Jones. They call it no gain there on the first down play. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers to throw once more. He hauls it in. Valdes-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by Howard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Wentz to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the screen. 6-6. Pull it high.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off by Josh Jackson. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand. Got really to that last play. Great job to
Every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Green Bay, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.